You're either going to listen to this and soak it in, let the seeds plant, or you're going to turn it off. Could it be something worthwhile? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. I do know if you focus, train that muscle to listen, who knows, you might hear something you need. If you really look at your life, how are you affecting others? How are you affecting this world? What kind of stamp are you leaving? If you can take a step back and analyze that right now, where are you needing improvement? Where are you needing changes? We all have a purpose inside, and sometimes we get so stuck in our ways, we don't feel we can change. You know, we're in this position right now, struggling with things in our mind. We're struggling underneath our roofs, with our families, with our marriage, with our friends, with our co-workers, with our financial situations. And we feel so stuck. We feel depressed, hopeless, and we don't think that mentally we can change. But you know what? You can. There's one way you can start wherever you are. You have to realize where you are. You have to realize where you are with any situation. I don't know what you're battling or where you need to improve, but put that out. Lay it out there, man. Because if you don't recognize it, you will never change it. If you don't come to terms with reality, you're going to live this life and keep on going the way you're going. The mind is very, very powerful. We create the habits by what we tell ourselves subconsciously. We have good habits, bad habits, and our brain is trained that way. If you really think about it, there's studies shown, our brains are so powerful that it works with us. So the habits that we have, like the routines we have, you picture yourself driving to work. Subconsciously, you just drive to work every single day. That same place, that same road. You can get to work and you arrive there and you're like, how the heck did I just get to work? Because our brain helps us with that. You've trained your brain where it doesn't have to consciously think about that stuff. That is our brain working with us, because it's letting us basically not work as hard to do something. Just like your muscle, your muscles, you train your muscle to get buff. You train your muscles to have results. You don't just bust out a 5-mile run unless you're training. So think about that. Think about the habits that you've already created and your brain's trained yourself, whether it be self-doubt, whether it be good habits, bad habits. Think about which ones you have, because you've mentally trained your brain to do that. You can train it any way you want. If you really, really want to change something, you're going to go and seek something out. Meaning, if you want to be the best at any area of your life, there's books out there, there's seminars, there's sermons, there's talks, there is countless hours of YouTube videos, of libraries full of stuff, and you just have to want to. If you struggle with any spot, there's someone out there that was right where you're at. And they are feeling stuck too. And then there's, on the other side of the coin, there's people that have succeeded and came out on the other side on top. You don't realize it because, right now your brain, you're telling yourself you just can't. You can't do it. But you can. If you struggle with addiction, there's people that are sober for years and years. What do they do? What do they do differently than you? They're succeeding. They're succeeding because of their routines, their rituals, whatever it be. If you have a desire to change that, you're going to research those people because they're doing something right. And you look at them and they're like, you might think, that's where I want to be. You see them happy right there, but they were struggling too at one time. They were in the same position you were, but they're doing something different now. And they are leaving clues, but you have to research that out. Success leaves clues. Failure leaves clues. You can save yourself a lot of trouble by researching these people that have succeeded in areas that you're trying to improve. There was a study with 3 basketball players, sets of basketball players, and 3 of them did something different. The first group practiced all week, all month long. Shot free throws. The second group didn't practice at all. The third group practiced by shooting free throws in their mind. Every time they missed, in their mind, they visualized, them making the basket, and they also visualized them making mistakes. So they corrected themselves each time in their mind. And all they did is just mentally did that. They didn't grab the ball physically, just mentally. So the study showed at the end that these guys that mentally did that and the guys that physically did that improved almost identical. The guys that didn't practice obviously didn't improve, but the ones that mentally did it and the one that physically did it was the same thing. So you think that you put that in perspective in your mind. How did these guys improve? They didn't even shoot the basket. They didn't even grab the ball. They didn't touch the ball. It's because they mentally did that in their head. You can do that too. If you're struggling with your weight, there's people out there that have lost it. There's people out there that have gotten fit, tight, tighten their core. You have to research that out. If you're struggling to create good habits, research what people do to get off that mentality, off that whole just habit forming mentality. Research them and see how they succeed, because success leaves clues. You have to realize that. If you are struggling at home with your kids, with your marriage, there's books out there that you can read. You have nothing to lose by reading, by listening. There's so many programs out there for you. But a lot of us won't change it. A lot of us won't take the time to do that. But if you really analyze it, you'll take the time to put the phone in your hand and research all the different social media, whatever you read, you'll research that out. You'll look and scroll and spend hours a week on that. Yet you won't find tips and read something because, it takes too much time. That's somewhere you need to focus on yourself. You know why? Because if you're not willing to improve the things around you or yourself, then you're going to stay the same. And if that's okay, that's okay. But I'm not okay with not growing personally. Personally, I've had my own struggles. But it's kind of like I took a step back and I'm finding my flaws. I'm finding where I fail, my failures. Finding them. And it's hard sometimes. Because you know you could have done better, you should have done better, you beat yourself up over the things that you've failed at. But failure means you're trying. Maybe you tried the wrong things, maybe you're trying the wrong things, but you've made steps forward. It all starts with where you want to improve in life. If you're doing well, you should be able to help somebody else out. But if you're not doing well, if you're struggling with those things in life, you know where you're struggling. You can close your eyes right now and something will pop in your head and you'll know. I really need to improve this place. I mean, if you look at families, divorce rates, children, poverty, homeless, there's so much brokenness in this world. Are we evolving as a culture? Are we evolving as people? I think we're deteriorating. It's because a lot of time we put into our families and our friends, our community, we're busy people. So if you can recognize anything I'm saying right here, I want you to know that there's hope for you. There's hope for your marriage, there's hope for your family, there's hope for your career, there's hope for your community, there's hope for your children, there's hope for your addiction, there's hope for your weight. The list can go on and on. There's hope for you in school. You're struggling right now, maybe in school. But you're there for a reason, you're trying. I want you to know you have to take the time to research out and sit on the shoulders of giants. And what I mean by that is you have to see how they do it, how they succeed, how they overcome their struggle that you're going through, and you will come out on top. It will take time. It'll be a hard struggle, but you can have beauty through this struggle. Just know that. Just know that. See what the people that succeed at what you're going through, how they do it. Success leaves trails. You may not follow their path, but they can give you clues to help you on your journey. They can give you clues. There's stuff out there. Go find it. Seek, ask, seek, knock. You will receive the gifts.